Basketball is coming off a win, and girls basketball is still on a roll. They are about to begin district play and hope to soar past any opponents they face on their way to the playoffs, as they are both still ranked in the top 10 in 5A. We'll look into this and more now. This is Game Time.
Welcome to Game Time. I'm Brandon Bonaparte, and with me we have Gabby Mahan, Braden Brandvold, and Seth Golden. The winter sports season is upon us, and Prosper Sports are really starting to take off in the month of December. We got a pair of basketball teams ranked top 10 in 5A, wrestling's number 3 in 5A, and Prosper Swim going for that 8th consecutive district title.
Prosper basketball is coming off of a loss versus Richardson last Friday night, but that should not discourage anyone from thinking this team can make a deep playoff run.
As Brandon said, the swim team is going for the 8th district title, and they also swam in a meet last night against McKinney Boyd.
All these teams that we have talked about thus far were in action this past week, and Josh Knight has those highlights for us right now.
Tuesday night, boys basketball hosted Lovejoy here in the arena, looking to bounce back after dropping their first game of the season last Friday at Richardson, in a close one that just didn't fall the Eagles' way. Grant Shaw is wide open from downtown on the fast break and makes the Leopards pay. Jerry McElroy pulls up from the foul line and hits the jumper over the defender. Kyle Jessen is left unguarded on the inbound play and hits the open three from the corner to extend the lead. Grant grabs the rebound and dribbles around the defense and to the glass for the easy bucket. Kyle adds the fast break layup, and Grant once again connects for three. Josh Davis drives the lane and tosses up the floater over the defenders while getting fouled and would make it a three-point play after knocking down the free throw. Even though it was not the best performance for the guys, they still walked away with a 20-point win for the 5th time this season, improving to 13-1 with district play kicking off next Monday against R.L. Turner here in the Eagles' Nest. Prosper Wrestling traveled to Frisco Independence to duel against the Knights in a matchup that would prove to be a cakewalk. Wrestling captains Tommy Flaherty, Cade Mann, and James Wujek all picked up wins, as well as Tristan Bauer, who picked up his 50th career win. The 80-0 final says it all, with Prosper only coming 2 points shy of the max points you can earn as a team in a high school wrestling match. Both boys and girls swimming came away with wins against the local 6A opponent in the Boyd Broncos. Both teams dominated in all aspects of the meet, with each side coming away with wins of a 60-plus point margin. Swim and Dive will be back in action January 12th and 13th at the Kyle Tilley Invitational. For Game Time, I'm Josh Knight.
When Game Time returns, we will discuss the recently awarded Heisman Trophy and what the award means to college football. We move on to a topic not usually covered here on Game Time, college football. The Heisman Trophy is awarded to the best collegiate football player of the season. This award cements a player's legacy in the world of college football. But recently, the Heisman winners have been controversial, not on the field, but off of it. The recipient this year, Baker Mayfield, fits the role to a T, with the Heisman Trophy Award being the most prestigious award in the land. Should it focus more on the character of the individual as opposed to just raw stats and games won?
Here's the thing for me. I think Baker Mayfield is an outstanding player. He has natural talent and can execute very well, as we've seen. I don't really agree with a lot of the decisions he's made off the field and on the sideline.
Hands down, I do not think he should have won this award. He's way too immature to hold an award this prestigious, especially with the gesture he made on the sidelines versus Kansas.
For an award that's supposed to be about integrity, he's proven that he doesn't deserve it. And he's actually belittling the reason for the award.
Yeah, and if you go back to the history of the Heisman, it's always been given to players who have good character and they have excellent athletic ability. And I just don't know if he lives up to that.
And even if you're looking at stats, Lamar Jackson had a lot better year this year than last year whenever he won the Heisman. So I don't think Mayfield necessarily had the best year.
No, there are many people with better stats than him. It's just there's no reason why he should have gotten this award.
And that seems to be the problem, where to draw the line between raw stats and having a good character. I'm sure the voters took that into account when voting for the Heisman. But hey, you can't take it away from him. He's playing for a national championship, or the right to go to a national championship against Georgia up in the coming month. When we come back, Kennedy Adams has your Player of the Week.
As a privilege, seniors are allowed to leave after 10:41 each day as long as they have finished their exams for that day. All classes will have order forms available during all lunches to order a class t-shirt. Order forms and money will be accepted during lunches on stage until Thursday, December 21st. To play football fall 2018, you must go through off-season and spring football. Come to the MPF and meet with Coach Schmidt to get signed up. The fee for submitting work for VASE is due by December 20th.
Prosper has not slowed down as winter sports are starting to hit their stride and many outstanding players are on the come up. We will now send over to Kennedy Adams to find out who our Player of the Week is.
Thank you, Seth. I'm Kennedy Adams with your Player of the Week. As a freshman on varsity, it may be hard to keep up with the big dogs, but not for this key player. This week's Player of the Week is Grant Shaw. He had an outstanding game this past Tuesday against Lovejoy, and although he may not have led the team in points, he led them definitely with his hustle. Grant had a total of 8 points consisting of a layup and 2 threes. That's all I have for your Player of the Week. Be sure to tune in next time for your key player. For Game Time, I'm Kennedy Adams. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Kennedy. Many of you loved our basketball stereotypes video that Chris Wafer did a few weeks ago. Following this praise, Chris Wafer was back at it again with even more basketball stereotypes.
Last time on. Hey! I'm tired of hearing your voice, Chris! It's junk annoying! But last time we left off on basketball stereotypes.
Dang, bro! What? That was hard! What you mean? You about to hurt somebody! What? How? Stop doing it like that!
Now it's time for a part 2, y'all. Let's get it! Let me throw at y'all a part 2 real quick.
Okay.
Hey, this dude right here, he got the jelly free.
What you doing?
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day.
My fault, bro.
This one right here needs no explanation.
What are you doing, bro? Yo, are you stretching? Yo, we get 12 minutes before the game?
Approximately 10 hours later.
Bro, you Brooklyn glasses? Bro, just shoot the free throw, bro.
2,000 years later.
Hey, bro, hurry up. Oh!
Stop it. Get some help.
It's not football.
Coming up, more problems for a troubled
Earthquake.
player. Yep,
We're having an earthquake.
Please excuse us, man. This is first week back from football.
What is this? It's not football. Shoot it, bro. You got it. It's not.
Oh my God! You almost broke the. Hey, be quiet, Chris. I said I'm doing the voiceover.
My fault.
Oh, good shot, boy. Oh, Albert.
Bro, get the rebound. Bro, get the rebound. No. My fault, coach. It's slippery. Let's get a towel, bro. Get the towel. Somebody put the towel down there.
They tired of hearing your voice, Chris. This the last time you get to talk. All right, go. Reported for Game Time. I'm Chris Wafer.
Thank you, Chris. Well, that's all the time we have for you today. For Game Time, I'm Brandon Bonaparte.
I'm Gabby Mahan.
I'm Braden Brandvold.
And I'm Seth Golden, and we'll see you after Christmas break.